can I date you? Ooh, that's a good question. I wanted to be like those confident girlies that's like, photos. And so now I'm her. Disgusting. Next question. Hey y'all, hey! We are back with another video. I don't know why I made it like a long drawn out intro. Anyway, hello, we are back. My name is Judy, if you don't know, and today we're finally going to do a Q&A. So I asked y'all to comment some questions on my YouTube post. I also asked y'all on my Instagram, so make sure you go follow me on there. Also asked y'all on my Twitter, and I also used an anonymous app for those that, kind of scared to put, a face with the name type of thing. So I did those options for y'all, so y'all can ask me some questions. Oh, and I also got some for my TikTok. So we're gonna answer all of your questions in this video. Let's go. I'm really feeling like how I look. Like I look so like cute, but not like doing too much. Like it's a basic slay. We love a basic slay. Anyway. Okay, so let's start with my YouTube questions. Then we're gonna follow up with the Instagram questions, and lastly, we'll do the TikTok and anonymous app questions. Let's go. First question. Do you have any kids? Do you want any kids? So, I do not have any children. I'm a proud godmom though. If y'all don't see on here, it's my godmom bracelet, but I'm a happy godmom. I don't have any kids, but I do want children. I actually want to adopt sometime in the next 5 years. If not, will happily have children with my partner whenever that happens. So yes, I do want kids, but I don't have any now. Next question. This question says, have you ever traveled outside of the US? If so, what was your favorite place to travel? So I actually have never traveled outside of the US. Like I have my whole passport. I have my whole passport and everything. But I've never traveled outside the US. Sadly. I've been to Hawaii and a bunch of local states. Favorite place, I would say, will have to be Hawaii. I went when I was about 10 years old. My uncle and aunt, everybody was like, he was stationed out there because he was in the military. So my cousin, everybody, we all went to go visit because my cousin was graduating from high school. Yes, she was graduating from high school. So my whole family packed up and we went to Hawaii to go see her graduate. Which was super cool because during the graduations, they put on lace, so they get laid with the lei. It's like a whole ceremony thing. It was beautiful to see. Oh, and then I went back again for my 20th birthday with my best friend. I put some pictures here. And my brother actually lived in Hawaii, so I got to visit him before he moved back to homeland or the mainland. So yeah, I would say Hawaii. I really want to go to England or UK. Let me know if we got some UK watchers in the comments. I really want to go to UK. I think I really want to go to England. I think England is really beautiful. I also want to go to Italy. So yeah, that's where I've been. Next question. I get this question a lot. Am I single? Yes, I am single. I would say I'm dating, but like it's very weird because I pour myself into work. So it's kind of hard dating for me, because like I'm so focused right now that it's hard to balance. Yeah. So yes, I am single and I am looking, but I'm trying to find balance. Next question. Okay, so these are the questions from my Instagram. Okay, first question. What's my favorite color? My favorite color actually is turquoise. I love turquoise. I believe it's my birthstone. Yeah, it is my birthstone. Duh. It's my birthstone, but also it's just a pretty color. Like, I love blue. I'm in my pink era right now, but I love me some blue, okay? Next question. How can I date you? Ooh, that's a good question. I honestly prefer natural interaction, because I feel like that is what works best. I feel like when you force things, it's just a forced interaction. So if you pass me or if you see me, don't be weird. Please don't. Let everything happen naturally. I'm very much a natural person. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll be at DreamCon if for those that might want to see me and say hello, whatever. But other than that, I don't know like a specific way to tell y'all like how can you date me. Yeah, I'm not like, I wouldn't say like stalk me. Please don't. Oh, cough cops. But like, let it happen naturally, I would say. I love sweet people. I love genuine people. I love people that are driven, and I love people that have some type of talent or some type of passion for something. It's very attractive for me. And I'm very flirtatious, so if I'm into you, I will flirt with you. Like, yeah. Next question. I love this question. How's my inner child doing? Whew, that's a great question. My inner child is telling me that, well, first of all, they're really proud of me, I would say, because I'm becoming the woman that I've always wanted to be. I've always wanted to be a liberated, outspoken woman, where I can express myself how I want. I've always wanted to be that, and I'm thankful that I am that now. But my inner child, if y'all don't know, I was an MT kid. I was a musical theater kid. I was musically trained, dance classes, acting classes, voiceover classes, all of that from the age of 10 to 16, I would say. So I was acting and dancing for that long period of time, and I say this all the time. Well, I talk about it on my Twitter, so if you want to see my Twitter rants, whatever, follow me there. But I've always said I would pursue Broadway when I'm comfortable with where I'm at. I've always had that goal, that dream, ever since I was little. So my inner child is pushing me to be in the arts more. I feel like doing this is helping, but my inner child is like, okay, but you want to dance, like you want to sing, like you want to act. So that's what I plan on doing when I move to my next state that I'm moving in August, or September. So I plan on doing like acting classes, dancing classes, and vocal lessons to pursue that goal eventually, because I don't know, I miss it. I miss the stage. I miss the lights. I miss the feeling of performing. I miss it. So my inner child is missing musical theater. And yeah, I already sing my favorite musicals in here already in practice. Well, oh my God, side story. When I was in musical theater, I'll never forget this. My director, I was like, so when are we gonna practice? He stopped me and was like, performers don't practice, we rehearse. So ever since then, yeah, it's been great. So that's why I was like, oh, we don't practice. But I rehearse songs in here, and I'm working on my flexibility. I'm working on my stamina to do dance breaks like I used to when I was in like high school. So yeah, my inner child is happy with the person I am, but she wants more. She wants to be a performer, and I don't blame her. So, great question. Next question. We have 2 questions. They're kind of like the same thing, but kind of not. Okay, so the question is, what made me get into being a neuroscientist? So, funny story. When I was about, when I was about 6, I would develop these chronic headaches to the point where like I could not do anything. Well, migraines. To the point I couldn't do anything. They just stopped my daily function of life, honestly. So my mom took me to a neurologist. And from there, they saw how enthusiastic I was about just neuroscience, the brain and stuff. I kept asking more and more questions. And eventually the physician and the nurse was like, hey, we have some books. She climbs on this shelf, gets the books, and was like, we have some brain books for you. And I read those books front to back as soon as I got home. And after that, I kept reading those books. And my mom was like, she saw how interested I was about the brain. So she decided to buy me Gifted Hands, which is the book about the famous Dr. Ben Carson, who was the first doctor, one of the first doctors in the U.S. to separate conjoined twins at Johns Hopkins. We're not talking about his politics now. We're talking about who he was as a physician, okay? So I read that book and I just fell in love with the brain and the passion behind it and how the brain is so complex. And so I went to college. I graduated with a minor in biochemistry. My major was neuroscience. And from there, I just fell in love with just the brain. I initially wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a neurosurgeon, like Dr. Ben Carson. But I shadowed a neurosurgeon, and the first question he asked me was, do you want a family? And I was like, yeah. Like, me still in college, yeah. He's like, well, sorry to tell you, but you're not really going to have, like, a great family life. He was like, I'm not trying to be rude, but there's no way. Like, he was like, I'm a father, and I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of important things in my child's life. And when he said that, I was like, oh, let's not do that, okay? Because I want to live. I want to live life, and I want to be there for my children 24/7. I want to be there for my partner 24/7. Like I get we're supposed to have careers, but also people need you, and that's very vital. Anyway, so I changed my mind, went to pediatrics, shout out my pediatrician, who was my pediatrician since I was a baby. So it was like crazy to shadow her. Shadowed her, fell in love with pediatrics, and I went to go get my master's. And the way my master's program worked, it was a 5-year program. You get your master's and you go straight into MD school. Well, it was a big scam. They didn't let in 90% of us, and the goal, well, they told us that it was supposed to be a matriculation program, like we're supposed to go right into it. They lied. They took our money. And I went to a HBCU medical school because I came from a PWI. So I was like, oh, I'm finally going to be around like people and support. No, it was not like that at all. They woke me up and they made me realize that medicine is very, very, very internalized, corrupt system that was already corrupt before we even had any say-so in it. So from there, I was like, wow, let's discover the other side of science. And so that's what made me go into the more lab aspect of it instead of like patient-driven. So I decided to get a job at a research facility, and that's that. I'm actually thinking about, because I realized after looking on like different job forms, I am not even scratching the surface as how much I should be making with 2 degrees. So I feel, very disrespected. So I feel like I need to take my services elsewhere. So y'all might be seeing me as a senior data scientist, a senior data analyst real soon, okay? Because you have to pay me for my worth, and I want to let y'all know that too. Like, You are important. Don't let nobody underpay you, undermine you. You are that person. They need to pay you plus interest, okay? And so that's where I am in my life right now. Like, I honestly could go work at a bar here and probably make more money than I do in the lab. Like, science is such a slap in the face sometimes. And so yeah, that's how I became a neuroscientist. And eventually I want to be a neuropsychologist. I'm looking at PhD programs to apply to next year so I can get my PhD in neuropsychology, where I want to study basically the neuroscience of forgiveness, so I can help with basically reform, prison reform, and sentencing, because a lot of people should not be behind bars, and a lot of people should be behind bars that they let go. So I just kind of want to help with that. Next question. That was a great question. Next. So somebody asked me what made me get into Swork, the Swork industry. So funny story. Recording myself was already a kink of mine. So I will always send spicy things to my partners. Like, not, I don't have multiple partners at the same time. Anyway, I would send spicy things to my partners, or the people I was talking to. And one day, I think this is when OF first kicked. It also was when the pandemic kicked. I was freshly single. And I was like, why am I sending people this stuff for free when I could be getting paid for this? And ding, 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 it went off in my head. I was like, oh yeah, capitalize on this. So I did just that. I made my account, made a Twitter, made an Instagram, and found my community. And from there, I just built on. I'm a solo creator, so I make content by myself unless I'm feeling spicy and want to record some other stuff. But I'm a solo creator, and yeah, I always pleasure myself, and I do like to record myself anyway and just watch it because I like watching myself. So that's how that came about, honestly, because I like watching myself. That sounds so vain. Oh my god, I like watching myself. I'd rather watch myself than watch other people, to be honest. So I might as well, if I like watching myself, other people might like it too. So that's how that happened, and then it just blew up from there. And I don't regret it at all. I've found amazing people. I found lifelong friends. I've had opportunities. I've met celebrities because of what I do. So, and also, funny story, when I was little, y'all could be like, oh my god, I don't know if y'all remember, but The Girl Next Door was a movie, and there was also a TV show with Bridget, Kendra, and Holly. And I used to watch that show all the time. And I think I was in 6th grade. And at 6th grade, I was like, wow, I want to be a Playboy model. And I told my mom that, I want to model. I want to be a Playboy model. And she was like, okay. My mom is weirdly supportive. Because, she just loves her kids. And that's very important, too. With my mom, my family, everybody's really supportive. So everybody knows what I do. Everybody just hopes I'm safe. And I think that's what all parents and family members do. But yeah, that's crazy. Oh, that's why I have the Playboy symbol on my tushy. And with the feminism sign, yeah. But yeah, that's what I always wanted to do. I wanted to be those confident girlies that's photos. And so now I'm her. Her. She. Oh my god, that sounds so crazy. But yeah, I've always wanted to do that, and I became that. So if you believe you can do it, you can do it. Yeah. That sounds so cheesy, but I really mean that, y'all. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything. Because back in the day, I was really, really self-conscious. And then after college, I just really got into, I don't want to say my bag, but I really got into my bag of just like, nobody can break who I am. It's gotten to this space where nobody can tell me who I am. I define who I am. I love who I am, and nobody can tell me otherwise. And then after that, it just, life fell into place. So that's my advice for y'all. Next question. Do I have a favorite place that I like to eat? Ooh, I honestly love Carrabba's. Carrabba's is really good. I love Carrabba's because I love Italian food. And their sangria is really good. And their bread. And their salad. Y'all love a Caesar salad. I had a Caesar salad for dinner. Like, I just love salads. Anyway, Carrabba's. Sounds very crazy, but Carrabba's. It's an Italian place. It's like an upscale Olive Garden, personally. Super good. Next question. Somebody asked, am I as fun as it seems? I'd like to say yes. My friends enjoy being around me. I try to be a joy. I'm always like the funny person in the friend group. Not really like I joke a lot, but I'm always laughing. Like, I'm always laughing. Not that I don't take anything serious, but I always laugh. I don't know. Coping mechanism? I could even say it. Coping mechanism, I guess. Next question. Now we're moving into our anonymous questions. Y'all got a little crazy. So I might skip over some. Might mix them together. Because some of these were wild. Last song on Spotify. So I'm an Apple Music girly. I know, whatever. Some people don't like it, whatever. But I'm an Apple Music girly. I was cleaning up my house. And I want to say the last question. I said the last question. The last song had to be like Maya the Don. It wasn't Dusty's. I feel like it was probably Telfie. Stream Dusty's, by the way. Great song. I love Maya the Don. I love women rappers, by the way. Like, yeah. I love them. But I believe it was Telfie by Maya the Don. That bitch when I'm walking the function. Disgusting. Next question. Somebody said, how can I taste your tushy? I don't know. That's not possible unless you're with me. So, I don't know. Next question. Somebody said, let's please. I like the please, but I don't know you. Next question. What's the last dude that I have texted? Great question. I would have to say it would have to be my photographer. I kind of I'm not even gonna talk about it, but he texted me something wild, and I said, huh? And he just basically was like, send some videos. Anyway, if you want to see what I'm talking about, go to my Twitter, because I'm probably not gonna delete it. But it was my photographer. He was on some nasty stuff. Don't be like that, y'all. Next question. Okay. Have I ever watched Harry Potter? Great question. I come from a very, very Baptist household, okay? I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter, y'all. No witches and warlocks in our house at all. I recently watched Harry Potter because of my college roommate. I'm forgetting which one I've watched, but I have watched one. I haven't seen the whole series, but I've seen one movie. So yeah. I'm sorry. Blame my mama, y'all. She robbed me. I'm just kidding. But yeah. I've only seen like one. And I think it was the first one. Because he was young. Yeah. Next question. So these are a little frisky. Okay? So close your ears if you don't want to hear it. Okay? This one says, have I ever done butt stuff? And did I enjoy it? I have. I prefer it. I'm just kidding. I do like it. But for me, I have to be comfortable with the person, one. Two, I was about to say I prefer myself doing it personally, and if I'm comfortable with you, then you're allowed back there. But yeah, I do enjoy it. I love it. Next question. Am I a woman that doesn't care for underwear, or I must wear panties? Actually, I free ball all the time, unless y'all know it's that time of the month where I can't free ball. But other than that, I free ball all the time, except with jeans, because that's uncomfortable. But yes, I don't like underwear. Hope that answers your question. Our last question. This one, y'all, is a little wild, so bear with me. This question states, how do I feel about being restrained consensually in the bedroom? I actually like it. I also like restraining others consensually. I actually like that. I'm into stuff like that. Yeah. Really into stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of people that I meet aren't, or they're not ready to explore that. So it's kind of weird that I'm like, hey, you want to try this? And they're like, what's that? So yeah, I am into that. I'm really into that. I'm like really thinking about it. I'm really into that. But yeah, I do. Y'all my kind of people. Well, all right. I appreciate y'all for sticking around with all these questions. I appreciate y'all for dropping some good questions. I'll go ahead and speed through the last TikTok questions. Was what was my Twitter? These two are my Twitter accounts. One is my regular YouTube updates, and one is some spicy stuff sometimes. So check those out. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you slap a like, comment any more questions or what kind of video you want me to do next. I have some great things in store for y'all. I got some partnerships for y'all coming up. I got a little toy review I have to do for y'all that y'all know y'all are gonna enjoy. So I want y'all to stick around. If you're excited for that, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I'm posting next. But other than that, I hope y'all have a great week, and I will see y'all later. Bye.